Hello students, in this module I'll be talking about the different types of endosperm based on how they develop, and I'll be throwing light on the first type, which is called as nuclear endosperm. So look, listen and learn. So they say based on the mode of development of the endosperm, there are three basic types of endosperms that have been recognized. And what are the three basic types? The first one is called as nuclear endosperm. The second one is called as cellular endosperm. And the third one is called as helobial endosperm. So they can say that based on the mode of development of endosperm, there are three basic types: the nuclear, the cellular, and the helobial endosperm. In this module, I'll be discussing about the nuclear endosperm. So let us see why it is called as nuclear endosperm. So let's understand the nuclear endosperm development. So once again, remember this picture, right? There was that second male gamete which fused with the secondary nucleus and it formed a triploid structure. And this triploid structure was called what? You guessed it right. It is called as the primary endosperm nucleus. Is that okay? So that structure right here is the primary endosperm nucleus, right? Let me show you how this PEN will divide and produce a compact endosperm, right? Now it is called as nuclear division, or it is called as nuclear endosperm. Why? Because the PEN will undergo free nuclear divisions, right? It means it is going to undergo karyokinesis. And you should be surprised that karyokinesis initially will not be followed by cytokinesis, right? Which means there will be only nucleus dividing freely in the embryo sac. Let us see how. So what you had here was a single nucleus, right? Now this single nucleus will first divide to give you two nuclei, right? By mitosis. Only nuclear division, right? There is no cytoplasm dividing yet. Now these two will further divide to give you two more cells. Then they will further divide to give you two more cells. And finally, they will further divide to give you yet two more cells. Does that make sense? So what you are really seeing here is only the nucleus is dividing. That is why it is called as free nuclear division. And you can also call this as free nuclear endosperm. But we are not done yet. After all the nuclei have divided, then cytokinesis will follow, or cell wall formation will take place. Is that okay? So you can say after all the nuclei have divided, the cell wall formation will occur around the nuclei, because till cell wall is not formed, the cell won't be complete. Does that make sense? And you should also notice that the cell wall formation will take place in centripetal manner, which means from out to in. Let us see how. So look here. You see how the cell wall is getting formed around the nuclei? You can see it very clearly. It is getting formed from out to in. So we can say that cell wall formation takes place from out to in, or in the centripetal manner. And what you end up here now is a compact tissue, the cellular mass, which is called as the endosperm. And remember, the nuclear endosperm, or the free nuclear endosperm, is the most common type of endosperm which you will see in angiosperms. So this is how the endosperm develops, with free nuclear divisions initially, and when all the nuclei are formed, then the cell wall formation takes place around the nucleus in a centripetal manner, and you end up with a cellular mass which you can call as an endosperm. And remember, the cells of the endosperms are going to be triploid in nature. Okay? So in this module, I have talked about types of endosperms, where I have discussed about the nuclear endosperm. In the next module, I'll be talking about the other two types of endosperms, namely the cellular and the helobial endosperm. Till then, thank you and take care.